Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Milwaukee Beer Review here on Milwaukee Beer Review. As always, I'm Josh.
I'm Ross.
And today we are heading to Amherst, Wisconsin. They have a great beer release every single year in their Black Gold. I believe, actually, Black Gold here, this first one we're going to try, has been voted the best beer in the state.
Best barrel-aged beer in the state.
Best barrel-aged beer in the state.
I've seen that same thing, so...
We've done the base Black Gold on this channel before, but this is obviously the 2024 release that just was released in early October. And we also have their special variant this year, which is very intriguing.
Yeah, and this always comes out on what they call Black Gold Day. It's always like the first or second weekend of October in that time frame. What's cool now also is you actually have both of these sale at the Milwaukee location for Black Friday. So they will be there on Black Friday as well.
Yeah. We like to make the trip up there. You didn't make it up there this year. Jen and I did, and we picked up beer for everybody. But it's a fun little trip. It's a fun day thing, and always a good time up there in Amherst. So let's get into what you're here for. Let's try these beers and see what we think about the 2024 releases. So let's get started. What are we trying first?
So first one is just the base. This one's always aged in oak bourbon barrels. Do we know the ABV on these?
I don't know the
13,
ABV.
14?
Somewhere in the 13-14% range.
But yeah, this is like we already kind of talked about. It's really kind of a no fluff beer. It's just aged in bourbon barrels and that's it. So
yep, and it's usually pretty good.
Yeah, little nose.
Get a little nose on it. Oh yeah.
I mean, the barrel characteristics really shine in this one. And the good thing with Central Waters is they make a really good base stout to allow this to be the beer that it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get a lot of barrel character on this one. It's very barrel forward. A good spirit nose on it. A little bit of vanilla. Some of those kind of dark fruit notes on the nose, but it's a pretty good smelling barrel aged stout. It's got a really good nose to it.
Yeah. No, it smells good.
Let's try it out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I mean, it's super good. For being as barrel forward as it is, it's not a big bite in my opinion. Good kind of vanilla, good kind of fudginess to it. Those barrel characteristics really shine on this.
Yeah, it's a good beer. It's got a good viscosity to it. It's not like super heavy. I think it's a pretty standard, probably medium bodied barrel-aged stout. It's got a good spirit character up front, but it's not like a crazy spirit bite. It's very drinkable. It's very sweet, but in a good way. You get a lot of those darker, roastier malt characteristics through the middle that kind of blend into this vanilla characteristic out the back. Up front is spirit for me, and then it gets very sweet, and those vanilla characters and kind of those roasty notes kick up in the mid palate and out the back. It's just a really good barrel aged stout.
Yeah, and you brought up early on the nose and everything. Like there is kind of like that stone fruitiness coming out a bit. And I really do like that. Kind of gives it a little bit like freshness to it and everything. That it doesn't feel so heavy like it's got barrel and chocolate and everything. It gives a little bit of lightness. So.
Yeah, that is awesome. For a pretty standard barrel-aged stout and a unique release every single year, where are you putting the 2024 release of Black Gold?
Really strong 4 1/4. Like I don't want to put 4.5. It's in that range, but I got 4 1/4 on this one. Really good, and year in year out, one of the most consistent beers I think out there. It's just so well done.
Yeah, I like it. I'm right with you at a 4 1/4. I think it's a great, just kind of standard barrel-aged stout, and they always do this one really well every single year.
Yeah.
So, up next,
I'm
the
excited.
only other variant that they did this year. Last year they did a couple of variants.
Yeah, they did a hot honey, and then they did like a spicier one.
A super spicy version of it as well. This year they went back to, I think, some of those traditional roots with Black Gold, and they have a great partnership with B&E's. So this version of Black Gold is this same stout, but infused with B&E's maple syrup, cocoa nibs, and vanilla. So all characteristics that we love in a barrel-aged stout. I did get a chance to try this on tap while I was up in the tap room, so I'm very curious what you think about this.
I'm excited for this one. I think the ones they did last year were good, but not since the cookie one that they had, the purple one a few years ago, have I been as excited for the variant of this. I think this one's gonna be good. So
yeah, well,
high expectations.
To the nose we go.
So relatively similar on the nose than the black gold. It's not that much different. A little bit more like honey sweetness coming out, or maple syrup, I guess that might be. But it's not as strong as I was maybe expecting it to be.
I get more of a chocolate syrup nose on this, but it's not a heavy nose by any stretch of the imagination. It's a lighter nose on this.
Yeah, it's definitely tamed down from the base.
I think I get less spirit and barrel character on this than I got on the base, and I think some of those deeper characteristics are overshadowing some of that on the nose. So, let's try it out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, damn. That's really good. Holy shit. It offers everything the regular black gold does, except that honey and that syrup and the vanilla really give it a really nice, balanced sweetness throughout the whole thing.
Well, there's no honey in it.
Sorry, I keep saying honey.
You
syrup.
keep saying honey.
Syrup.
Yeah.
That's really good.
It's a lot chewier.
Yeah.
The viscosity on this is bumped up from the base. The base is definitely thinner. This is a chewier beer. It's a lot sweeter, but like decadent sweet, not like candy sweet. It's like decadent chocolate sweet, like those cocoa nibs really kick up. The maple syrup adds, again, I think it adds that chewiness to this. It's not as barrel forward, similar to the nose. It's a lot more decadent, but all the characteristics that they mention on it, you can find in the palate of this beer. And it all blends together really, really well. I don't even think any of them are like star characteristics. They all blend really, really well into this beer.
What I like about this too is it does kick up that sweetness quite a bit from the base. And sometimes you get too much of that sweetness. You almost get, I'll just go like gut rot. It just kind of sits in your stomach like sugar and everything. And it just becomes very unappealing. This does not feel to have that. It's just balanced really well.
Yeah.
And it still allows the black gold to be black gold, but just kind of kicks it up with these variants thrown into it.
So good. Yeah, it's neat drinking these back to back. The contrast you really can tell. I feel like there's enough contrast here that I think if you're an avid beer drinker and you drink these kinds of beers often, you would be able to tell the difference pretty easily. But like drinking them back to back, you can really tell where they took the beer from an adjunct perspective. Yeah. It's pretty cool to see.
All right. Where are you sticking this one on Untappd?
This is a 4.5 beer for me. I think it's really, really good. Is it like tremendously better than the base? I don't think so. It's definitely better than the base to me, though, and that's why I'm giving it that 4.5 beer. I think I gave the cookie version or whatever it was. It's up there on the shelf. The chocolate marshmallow cookies one was like a 4.75 beer. Yep. I like this, but not quite as much as that one. That's where I would put this. Yeah,
it's pretty boring. I'm at 4.5 too. I like what they did with it. I think it balances out well. They didn't go too crazy with it. They didn't try to throw too much on it or anything to lose that good black gold to it. So I got 4.5 for this one. I think they nailed this one. I think it's really good. Really good release this year. I mean, even the 2024, the base tasted really good this year versus other years. So no, this is awesome.
Yeah, super fun to do these on the channel. I don't think we even did the hot honey or the super hot honey version last year on the channel, but awesome to get Black Gold back on the channel again this year, and super fun to try it, as always.
Yeah, and if you guys are looking to get it, head over to Central Waters in Milwaukee on Black Friday. They'll be selling both of them. So
yeah, we've got quite a few videos coming out here over the next couple of weeks related to some of the breweries doing their typical and usual big beer releases around Black Friday. So check out our channel. You'll see some of the stuff coming out, and go find these in Milwaukee. Check out the rest of the videos on our channel, but also check out the other social media platforms we are on. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are on TikTok. We are on Instagram. Did I say Instagram?
You said Instagram.
We're on Untappd. We are also here on YouTube. So like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see all of you in the very next episode.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.